team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Clemson Tigers. Restate the state ball again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Running inside. It's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Catch in the middle. It's hot. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Spins away from the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll run it again. Maybe some room here. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Got his man. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Davidson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You've got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete in the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Lacy. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lacy. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So first down here as they go back to work. On the run, it's Lacy. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Lacy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Rebels are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quarterback running on the drop. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The throw. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back up. Field, but now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down, and of course, they're in field goal range.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly. He finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Throws it deep. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the outside. Here he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Line gets set, first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Under fire. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Tight end getting vertical. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Running inside. It's Davidson. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. And he had just enough to will that one home. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. Brings it down on the right side. There he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is an absolute backbreaker for this defense. On the final play of the first half, you allow a long touchdown. And the problem is it was a catch and run. It's one thing to just let the guy catch it. I get it when you're playing prevent, but you've got to get him down. They couldn't tackle him. He runs it into the end zone, and now they're trailing. That was a disaster.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 15 team, the Texas Longhorns.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Going to the run to start this second half.
And it's the Sooners who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short.
That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Unloads quickly. Gets away from one. He's got space. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Rebels have this offense rolling. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On third down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Using his legs, it's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Spin, still running. Touchdown, Rebels. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Lacy. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where we can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Rush is on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Bradley. He wants to take the top off. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Offense working from the pistol. The give on the counter. Jukes his way for more. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gill. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long. And the Rebels trying to cash it in on first and goal. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Let's send out the kicker here. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Uncorks one to the middle. Ball's in the deep ball. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. Man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Well, the offense dials up 4 verts. They got 4 guys running straight down the field. Quarterback found his best matchup, and they came up with a huge...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Wide open downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this.
He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. On the ground with the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs. And if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. But good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line. To the air. It's Bradley. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. Makes the ground and room to run. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Bradley. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They want that clock to run.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming up on 2nd down as they try to hold this lead. Now they'll try the right side. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. keeping it on the ground with the single back. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. To the air, it's Bradley. Puts it out of the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Man, the clock is not our friend right now. The first down stops it. That is great. We got to get some chunk yardage plays, make some hay while this clock's running out.
And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Wants to throw it again. He'll take a shot. Touchdown Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this team's belief in their self. I love the way they responded. Listen, you're playing against a ranked team, a perceived better team. You get down early, but you don't quit, Jesse. You keep fighting, and they took the lead in this football game. You talk about heart and belief, they got it.
You're absolutely right, David. And that's one of the things this coaching staff is always harping on this team about. You play until there's zeros on the clock. You keep fighting. It doesn't matter how much you get down by. You play the next play, and they slowly but surely have scratched and clawed their way right back into this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Shakes off the defender. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.